What's up, good folks? Welcome back. This is your girl Bernicia. All right, you already know the drill. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I drop something new. All right, so we seen the title already, so you already know I'm gonna get into last week's episode of Baddies Caribbean. Okay, now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we left off last episode with Tommie arriving to the beach. Okay, she showed up on the white horse with one eyelash. Okay, so this pissed Natalie off. Natalie started calling Tommie ass out. Okay, she ready to fight. She got all kind of animosity from the minute Tommie ass pulled up on that damn beach. Okay, so anywho, all the girls seemed rather distracted by the fact that Tommie had arrived on the beach, that is, except for Gretch. Okay, so Gretch was like, fuck all that shit, I'm calling Jela to the floor. Okay, so she basically, she got the floor and she was telling the girls, like, look, I don't have no problems with you, Jela. I don't have no problems with none of y'all. Only person I have a problem with is Meatball. Okay, Meatball snuck me when I came in the house. But in the process of her trying to apologize, trying to make the girls understand her side of the view, this bitch fucked around and said nigga again. Okay?
Bitch.
I had to shake my damn head and slap my forehead because I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this bitch just can't help herself. She really can't help herself. Okay? So she says nigga again. Not Tommie, but Jela jump out like fucking Superman, Ninja Turtle, Star Wars, and was trying to get on her ass again. But security broke it up, all right? And when security broke it up, Tommie went over to see what the hell was going on, try to see why the girls had problems with Gretch, get a feel of the situation, you know what I'm saying? So, Tommie's like, okay, well, you said nigga again. Like, why you keep saying nigga? Like, why you said it like that? You know what I'm saying? So she's just trying to fill out the situation. While she doing that, you got Natalie over there talking big shit, right? Big shit, calling Tommie out. So them two start fighting. Now, they fought like a few times. They squared up like 3 times, okay? While they were on the beach, Tommie dragged Natalie ass. Like, she whooped her ass both times, okay?
Bitch! Bitch! Hands up!
Natalie, you had a fuck out. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back. Get it,
Bitch! So security ended up breaking them up. Natalie storms off. She tired of fighting. She don't want to fight no more. Okay, so she storms off. And when she storms off, here go Aubrey in the confessionals. Aubrey's like, oh, so I guess Natalie has beef with the woman in the Sheen chaps. And I'm thinking in my head, like, girl, you better be careful, because once this footage airs, Tommie will see your confessional and see that you was talking shit, okay? One thing you don't want to do, as much as I like you, Aubrey, is get your ass caught up in the middle of this bullshit, because then you gonna get an ass whooping, okay? And we don't want that, all right? So, anywho, Tommie goes off looking for Natalie. She hot. You know what I'm saying? She ready to finish fighting. So she go off looking for Natalie. So, anyway, Tommie runs up on Natalie. The security guards blocking Tommie. So, I guess when she ran up on Natalie, when Natalie was standing by the cars, one of the security guards pushed Tommie, and Tommie tried to swing on him. And when she swung on him, Natalie came from behind the security guard and went to, swinging at Tommie. So them two started fighting. They ended up falling into the car, and you couldn't see the first half of the fight. You could only see, the other half, because they had it blocked, the door blocking the fight or whatever. So anywho, the camera flips and you can see where Natalie is like uppercutting the shit out of Tommie, okay? So then somehow Tommie gets Natalie spent around, and that's when the security guard grabs Tommie's wrist. So one of the security guards grabbed Tommie's wrist while Natalie was kicking her and swinging at her. So anywho, they break that up, okay? Here's my thing about that. I feel like Tommie won the first 2 fights, okay? Clearly Natalie got the better of the third fight, but to be honest, she got a few licks in and popped Tommie before the security guard grabbed Tommie's wrist. Now, Tommie probably would have finished her off, but the security guard grabbed her, okay? So I do think that is unfair because there was a lot of security on Tommie, all right? And as much as I don't see these girls fight, I have never seen that many security guards trying to break up one fight, okay? So I do feel like the security helped Natalie, but in the same sense, if you guys see any of the behind the scenes clips with Tommie and the way that she talks to the security and the way that she deals with them, I don't blame them for siding with Natalie because, bitch, if you talk to me like that, I can't whoop your ass, but I'm a damn sure let the next bitch, I'm gonna help a bitch whoop your ass, okay? So I think that's pretty much what it is. They don't fuck with Tommie because of how Tommie acts, okay? And they know that they're men and they can't really fight her, so I don't blame them for, low key, I don't blame them for, letting Natalie get the better of that, bitch. You can't just handle people any kind of way and not expect them to feel some kind of way towards your ass, okay? They are the security, but at the end of the day, they humans too, okay? So anyway, Tommie walked away from the situation with a bloody nose. She was mad as fuck. I understand you mad. You felt like the security was siding with Natalie. It is what it is, okay? So if you ask me, she had a grand entrance and a grand exit, okay? So anywho, the scene switches back to the girls on the beach because at this point, Natalie has left the beach. The Claremonts had left the beach. If I'm not mistaken, I think Aubrey left too with Natalie. Tommie don't left the beach. So anyway, the girls that's left on the beach, at this point, Tasiki, she don't got drunk. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this real deal. I feel like Tasiki was bored, okay? Tasiki was bored because nobody wanted to get her no fades, okay? All the girls, the replacements were stepping out, fighting whoever they wanted to fight from the girls that was in the house, but nobody called Tasiki out, okay? So anyway, Tasiki already had like a little animosity towards Jellybean. I guess Jellybean was the girl that Tasiki went off on when they was on Bad versus Wild. Jellybean was standing in the section with Tasiki's husband, and Tasiki felt some kind of way. So anywho, them two, maybe she just maybe that's the closest thing to a fight that she could find. So anywho, she starts popping off on Jellybean, and while her and Jellybean is going back and forth, Mariah Lynn jumps up and punches Jellybean on behalf of Taseki. Okay, so then her and Jellybean start fighting. Now here's my thing. First of all, Taseki don't need no bodyguard. She don't need no help at all. Okay. She don't need no help. And if you're going to stand out and say that you fight for your friends, why you didn't have the same energy for Bianca? Bianca literally came on the show to stand on business for you and got her ass whooped. Okay? But you ain't have that same type of energy for Bianca. But you and Taseki are, something different of a friendship, okay? I don't know. Maybe that's because Taseki can defend her if it boiled down to it. She know that Taseki can fight, and obviously Bianca got her ass whooped, so she figures she stick with the bitch that she know can win the fights. I don't know the case is, but Mariah Lynn came off so unauthentic, and girl, everybody rolled their eyes, rolling their fucking eyes at the whole situation. So moving on. In the next scene, you have Biggie and Meatball. So I see that these two is kind of they vibe, the smoke. They like smoke buddies or something, okay? 'Cause every time I see, them two together, they firing up a blunt. But anyway, you got Biggie and Meatball. They outside chilling, smoking, talking, doing what they do. And so as they're sitting down talking, Natalie and Slim comes out and join them. Okay, so then Biggie's, she's upset with Natalie and Slim because she's saying how the girls were up all night the night before. They literally you know what I'm saying? They were up all night, and then they play loud music, and then they got back up early the next morning and was playing loud music. Just she couldn't get no sleep, basically. Okay, and to be honest, I'm right there with her. First of all, bitch, after everything that happened the night before, all the fights and the beach situation and all of that took place, bitch, I would have been good and burnt out. So the fact that they were able to, gallivant the whole fucking night is amazing to me, okay? And then to get back up early the next morning and be on that same type of time, I don't blame Biggie, okay? Bitch, I need my beauty sleep. So anywho, she goes in about that, and then Biggie, admits that she invited Tommie because that at that point things had started getting kind of shady between her and Natalie, because Natalie was like, oh, we had an island, Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Like why the fuck are you complaining? They on a vacation. But anywho, that's when Biggie admits that she invited Tommie, okay? And she admitted that she was being messy about the whole situation, which I don't blame her. Like, bitch, nobody in the house really, has Biggie's back like that. You know what I'm saying? So her only friend at this point is Tommie. I don't blame her for, inviting her friend so that she can enjoy herself somewhat with her friend around. But obviously, she was being super messy because she know that Tommie is Natalie's arch nemesis, and that if Tommie showed up, them two were going to fight. She already knew it. So I think low-key she just wanted Natalie to get her ass whooped, but that's neither here nor there. So then Natalie started getting on her about Tommie, saying that she whooped Tommie ass. You got Slim in the background. Yeah, she got her ass whooped. So then Biggie and, Biggie's going back and forth with them, and she's really defending her friend, and I appreciate that, right? And I really hope that, Tommie has Biggie's back just as much as Biggie has her back. You know what I'm saying? Because Tommie's not there to defend herself, and Biggie's going off defending her friend, and I can really appreciate that about Biggie, okay? So anywho, Natalie and the girl Slim is going back and forth and shading her. So then Biggie gets up and walks off. And then that's when, at which point, Slim's like, oh, I don't even know why you riding for a bitch that don't even like you. She don't fuck with you like that, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bitch, Slim, hold up, pause. Bitch, you just started. Like, you just got on the show. You don't know Tommie, you don't know Biggie, and you damn sure don't know Natalie like that. So at this point, I'm so sick of this dick riding shit. Like Slim and Dia are two dick riders, okay? What is you doing talking about what the fuck, how the fuck Tommie feels? You don't know Tommie. You don't know how Tommie feels about Biggie. You don't know the circumstances. You don't even know the background of the beef. Only thing you know is one perspective of the situation from Natalie that you had heard that Natalie told you or whatever. Bitch, you don't really know what's going on. So my thing is, shut the fuck up, okay? Just shut up. So anyway, Biggie walks off like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with you hoes. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Biggie. Go back and go live your soft life wherever else you hanging out in the house. Okay? So, anyway, the scenes changes to Scotty and Diamond. So Scotty and Diamond is talking or whatever, having a conversation. And so Scotty suggests that Diamond go over and talk to Tink, because from Scotty's perspective, the beef is stupid. These two need to be friends. I guess at this point, Scotty don't got to know Tink and Diamond, so she kind of wants them both to. She likes both of them, and she thinks that they would like each other if they gave each other a chance. So basically, she drags Diamond over to where Tink is sitting, and she tries to orchestrate a conversation or facilitate a conversation between these two. Here's the thing. Both girls says what they say about the whole situation. Both of them going back and forth, and they're saying what they're saying. Now, this particular conversation brings a little bit more clarity as to the beef between Tink and Diamond, because apparently after the auditions, Diamond, she made a diss track towards Tink and then continued the bullshit on social media. So all of this was just like building up, okay? Obviously, Diamond didn't let the situation go, okay? And so for me, it kind of makes me look at it a little differently. Like I said before, like, Diamond do have a right to be upset. If she still feels the way about the whole situation between her and Tink, she has a right to. But I kind of, at this point, I'm over it. I'm burnt out, okay? I'm burnt out. I'm over it. I understand that we watching the show and everything has happened, and we watching the show, and for us, it's been 3 weeks of all of this, or 2-3 weeks of, this Diamond and Tink beef. And so I do understand that this is in a matter of days, but knowing that, first of all, Diamond started it. Diamond snatched Tink wig, okay? She went up and snatched Tink wig to try to get on the show. She was trying to do a big one, so she snatched the Tink and ended up getting her ass whooped, okay? So she just picked the wrong one to start with. That was that. Bitch, you started it. So for you to then carry on the bullshit and continue make diss tracks, go on social media talking shit, like keeping up the beef, it's like Diamond keeps shit. She keep the bullshit going, okay? I don't like bitches like that at all. Like, first of all, if you started it and you dealt with the repercussions, she beat your ass, okay, that's the repercussions. Boom, boom, let that shit go, okay? Because at the end of the day, you was wrong. You ain't had to put hands on her. She hadn't touched you. She ain't did nothing to you. Why the fuck did you go over there snatching at her, okay? So she beat you up, okay, fine. Fuck it. You wanted a rematch because you felt like, okay, you were in heels. That's why you lost the fight. So I get the rematch. But all the other shit in between and the fact that Diamond is literally going to spend this whole episode talking about Tink, okay? And her whole thing is she's upset because of the way Tink handled her whole situation with the wig. How Tink was playing around with the wig, being a clown, doing this and that and the third. But it's like when you do something to somebody, you can't tell them how to react. So whatever the fuck Tink did, she was going to do anyway. Okay, bitch, we don't like each other. We beefing. So she was just going to do that anyway. I don't understand how she keeps trying to make Tink look like the bad guy when Tink clearly doesn't. Tink is trying to let shit go. She's a lot more chill in her personality. Obviously, she's more likable because a lot of the other girls are starting to like her. It's just like, okay, no, pick and choose your battle wisely. Know when to let shit go. Okay? And at this point, I am so sick and tired of hearing Diamond. But whatever. She's going to continue, and we'll get back to her later because she's going to continue with this Tink shit, okay? But, yeah. Okay? Also, oh, yeah. Diamond is ass. Okay? She's ass, and the skin tone dopes are dead at this point. Like, I get it. Tink bleached her skin. We don't know what happened, okay? I've seen pictures of Tink as a dark-skinned woman out there on the internet, but either way, we don't really know what happened to this lady and why her skin looks the way it looks. So Diamond is just making a bunch of assertions. You don't know if this girl has skin cancer or some disease that made her look like that, but either way, like, girl, stop it. Stop it. And then to say the girl don't love herself because she changed the color of her skin. Like, okay, fine, bitch. You don't love yourself either because you went and got a fucking BBL. Like, bitch, just because you wanted to boost yourself up, a person wants to boost themselves up or do something to make themselves feel better, then that doesn't mean that they don't love themselves. That means that actually means more. It means that they're trying to make an effort to make themselves better in some way or form that they feel that they need to. Okay? So, whatever. So in the next scene, you have Dia and Callie. So they're sitting at the kitchen and they're having a conversation. Now, the only reason Callie was talking to Dia is because the other girls in the house are apparently afraid to talk to Callie. Maybe it's because of her beef with Natalie, and it seemed like everybody's up Natalie's ass this season. Who knows? But yeah, so they're in the kitchen, they're talking, and Callie was saying that, you know, she don't have any beef with Natalie. And I really believe, and I really feel like she deserves her spot in the house, okay? For what it's worth, the bitch is entertaining. And after that ass whooping that she gave Jellybean, she really deserves her spot at this point, okay? But on the other hand, she says that Nat needs to retire, basically. So here she goes with Nat is old, Nat needs to retire. My whole thing is, she's delusional if she thinks that she can replace Natalie, okay? Natalie has been in the game for a while and she have earned her stripes, okay, bitch? You came out of nowhere. You have to earn your stripes, right? And I think that the problem is Callie likes to dive in shit head first instead of trying to assess the situation and get in what she fits in. She don't do that. She just dive in head first, and sometimes that causes a concussion, bitch. When you dive head first, you can cause yourself an injury. So just be aware of that, okay? So anywho, Natalie decides to take the girls on a nature walk. Child, why did she pick this activity of all the activities that they could have possibly did? Because I feel like these girls need something physical, something, maybe a team sports or something like that to get the girls, you know, active. Because all of this nature walking shit, they they've been fighting since they got to Barbados. Nobody has had time to really get to know each other. So I feel like this nature walk thing is probably a bad idea because they still beefing. Okay, you're giving them more opportunity to beef. So anyway, side note, Diamond looked good in that blue hair. I love that blue hair on her. And anyway, let's get back to Diamond. So Diamond, I told y'all she talked about Tink the whole episode, right? So in this particular scene, it's her, Scotty, Natalie, a few of the other girls, and they're on the bus on the way to the nature walk, okay? And here goes Diamond. Tink this, Tink that, and now she says that she has a problem with Dia and Slim because of how they came at her about Tink. So like she's like, oh fuck this, that, da, 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 da. It got so bad to the girls just went to talking over her. Like at this point, everybody's tired of hearing it. Like
You guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. I feel like that was really mean for me to do that. To say that, make that video. That was like really disturbing. I'm serious.
I get it. You have your problems, but keep that shit to yourself, okay? At this point, nobody else cares. And, you know, ultimately you're going to end up making an enemy out of the other girls by default, okay? So they didn't walk the nature, okay? They didn't walk the nature at all right? And Natalie, she brought some of the replacement girls. She brought the replacement girls to the nature walk for the purpose of them getting to know the girls in the house a little bit more. I guess they're still trying to select the girls that they're going to keep. So anyway, she breaks them down into groups, okay? With that being said, it was a few people missing because all the girls were here except for a few people. Okay, so Biggie, Mariah, Taseki, and Callie went to chill with Tommie, all right? And that's really going to become a thing in the next coming episode. So, but yeah, so they went off to go chill with Tommie instead of going on a nature walk. And if you ask me, I don't blame them because, bitch, it's hot as fuck. Who the fuck want to go walking in the heat? Okay, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so Natalie broke the girls up into groups, and I think she should have mixed the groups up herself, but she kind of let certain people pick their own groups, and I think that was kind of silly. If you wanted the replacements to get to know the girls in the house, or the girls in the house to pick which of the replacements that they wanted to keep, then you should have mixed them in yourself. Like, it pretty much ended up being like groups of the replacements together versus them being mixed up with the other girls. I think that was silly. And so anyway, Nat picks herself, Tink and Diamond and Sapphire, I believe, to go in her group, okay? And so this was her. Now this is like the second attempt to get these two to stop beefing, okay? I think everybody's over it. And so Scotty tried to get them to have a conversation, so Natalie was trying to get Tink and Diamond to talk. So this is the argument that takes place that you guys see the clips all over the internet. The argument takes place, okay? So them two, they going back and forth, saying their things, and like I said, Diamond she's like a dog with a bone at this point. She says she wants to fight. But this is the thing. Only people who lose the fight wants to keep on fighting. Like, bitch, it ain't gonna get better next time, okay? The girl beat your ass a few times. You started it, you know, just leave it alone. If she said that she's willing to take an apology and move past it, then I think that Diamond really should just apologize and move past it. Because at this point, anything juicy to drag out the situation has been dragged out. So let it go. Let God, okay? Or if you're going to have a problem, just keep it to yourself because people are tired of hearing it. So yeah, like I said, Diamond is stuck on stupid. So anyway, the scene switches back to Bianca's group. So in Bianca's group, she had Bianca, Wendy, Aubrey, and Jelly. Okay, so a conversation takes place, and I guess Wendy, who's I think she's Puerto Rican or Dominican or something like that. So Wendy Lee, she feels sympathetic towards Gretchen. Okay, because like I told y'all, in the Spanish community, they do use the word nigga. Okay, it is common, and for the most part, people don't care. But it's like in this situation, people that do care, I feel like that should be respected. Okay, given the history of the word and all of that good stuff. But whatever the case is, Wendy Lee basically tries to justify the reason why Gretchen uses the word or explain it. But we all know that this is a thing. We all know, but the thing that nobody seems to be getting, as far as Wendy Lee and Gretchen seems to be getting, is the fact that these girls don't want you to use the word, just don't use it, okay? I get it. When you go back home and you get back around the comfortability of your surroundings, then yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But in this scene, in this situation, these girls feel uncomfortable. And after everything that has happened, if I'm going to be fighting with a bunch of bitches, I would rather it be for a reason other than me being a racist. Like, come on, seriously. Like, I wouldn't want that to be the reason why bitches don't like me. Like, bitch, you don't like me. It's going to be a reason that you made up. It ain't going to be a given reason, right? And she keeps saying it, and I get it. I've tried to even reason and rationalize it myself, but at this point, she's disrespectful because she clearly don't give a fuck. And that's fine. You don't have to give a fuck, but you're going to have to deal with the repercussions as well. So it is what it is. But anyway, Aubrey stood on business. Aubrey straightened her about it, and kudos to you, bitch. Okay? So anyway, the episode pretty much ends with Jela and, Scotty, Jela, and Meatball, and somebody else was in this little group. And so Meatball decides to confront Jela on behalf of Biggie. I guess Jayla's been bullying Biggie, and we don't really know how that's going to play out because the episode cuts off there. So that situation is going to play out this Sunday. Okay, so we will see. So I can't really speak on that until I see the context of whatever else happened. But yeah. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Also, I have a few side notes here. So Meatball has no style. I'm so tired of seeing her walk around with her shirt up, belly out, and shit like that. Listen, girl, she don't have the worst shape in the world, but she don't have the best one. I feel like, girl, all the other girls, they put together, they got hair done, makeup done. You on a TV show. You're not home walking around the hood. She should make some type of fucking effort. I think I only seen her look nice one time on Confessionals. I'm like, bitch, you be on Instagram, did up and everything else. Why you can't? You're on a reality show. I think she should. Some people, when you give them, you lead the horse to the water, they don't drink it. Okay, and I feel like she's not putting that stuff out there the way she should. You know what I'm saying? This is opportunity to get brand deals and everything else. Girl, you want to come look in the part. But that's neither here nor there. Jela, she talked too much. And Aubrey, do she need to calm down? I don't know. I would say she need to calm down just because I'm scared for her safety. But at the end of the day, it's all entertainment for me. And to be honest, she the funny part of the show. So yeah, guys, that is it. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Love you guys. Deuces.